are you able to just get in code applying, or like what do people do now to like get those big companies in their resume?
So I mean, I got my job from cold applying, but this was back at the beginning of the pandemic, 2020. So things have just completely changed, the last few years, even the last 2 years in tech. So I would say you definitely have to be strategic. I'm not saying it's impossible to get a role off of cold applying, but you should be leveraging in-person events so you can get in front of C-suite execs or hiring managers, or focusing on your brand presence, whether that's through YouTube, or GitHub portfolio, or regularly posting on LinkedIn talking about what you're learning about or what you want to do in the industry. And even for me, having been a hiring manager, I would remember looking at resumes and, there would be someone with, CISSP or, CCSP and all these certs and, degrees. But when it came to the interview, they couldn't tell me exactly what they've done. So it's just like, okay. Or it's just like, how are you different? And that's a whole nother conversation, I guess, for the certs and exams, because I know people who have cheated their way to get certs. So it's kind of just like, okay, you have this cert, but
you can't really articulate the technical things in the interview. And like nowadays, do you think certs, masters, higher education, do you feel like it still holds value? Do you think people should still invest a lot of money into those things, or what do you think people should well, I guess the question is, does it hold value, and if not, what should people invest their money and time into instead?
I personally love learning, and just like acquiring knowledge, but you don't have to go the traditional routes and get a degree to get knowledge. So I would say if you are paying for the degree, you should probably invest your money somewhere else.